with Dinny, and it's Dinny here. And I tell you, the weather is a hell of a lot better from the last time I streamed. It's been a while. There hasn't been, well, there's been a lot happening, I guess. But I've been busy chilling. Trump's tariffs are causing carnage in financial markets, and of course Bitcoin is connected to that, and crypto also, for those who follow that. And it's been pretty much a bloodbath. I met a gentleman yesterday who's working all his life, and coming up to his retirement, there's been excitement for the last few months. And unfortunately, this is the bad side of it, that his pension took an absolute wallop over last week. Like, a considerable amount of money to the man. And remember, this guy's been working for, I don't know, 40 years into this pension. And this is the unfortunate thing when normal people get caught up in these political games. This is why everything I do is to teach people to do it for themselves, and encourage people to do it for themselves, encourage people to, you know, take control of your own destiny. It's all right to have a pension, have that, but also create your own retirement plan, so you're not at the whims of anybody else. You're in control of it. And the second thing was, I'm loading up the camper here now once I get back from swimming, and I'm going to head to the west coast because of the beautiful weather. And one lad said to me, "Geez, Dinny, you have amazing freedom. I'd love to be able to do what you do, and to have that freedom." And I remember when I didn't have the freedom. I remember being in work on sunny days like this. I remember being in work and looking at my phone and seeing the charts. There's nice surf now at the minute, so I'm going to go surfing on the west coast. But I remember looking at the charts and going, "Oh my God, that surf is perfect," and I'm stuck in work. And a friend of mine was retired early, and I just wanted to get to his life. It was so, and the way he done it was, it wasn't by hard work. He had an accident, and then get the disability payment. But the long and short of it was, he had the freedom, and I was like, oh my God, imagine to have the freedom in your 40s. That's amazing. I want that, and I'm going to work towards that. And what I say to people is, it is achievable. It's so achievable, and it's like planting a tree. The best time to start to retire early was 10 years ago, or today. So today you can build your plan. And I know some of you guys who follow my channel, you're not starting today. You started last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Let me know in the comments how many years ago you started your journey, but you're on the journey. And for that, I applaud you for it, because I understand the journey. I understand the struggle. You know, you're working, it's called delayed gratification. You're working and building an investment portfolio, building an asset portfolio, but you don't see the fruits of your labor. And then you go through periods like we're going through now, where no matter what financial asset you're holding, it's taken an absolute walloping over everything that's going on with Trump and his tariffs at the moment. All financial assets are bleeding out. Now, I believe Bitcoin's going to rise out of this. It's probably going to recover the fastest. It's probably going to recover at the highest percentage. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, as you can see. I'm just an entrepreneur in a Valentino Rossi tank top. What do I know? So yeah, don't take anything you hear here as financial advice. But here's the thing: you can't tariff Bitcoin. You can tariff everything else, but remember, nobody owns Bitcoin, nobody controls Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is digital. So unlike all the physical things that have to come over land borders, and it's much easier to tariff, Bitcoin is immune from all that. All right. And the second thing is, or the third thing, or the fourth thing, I don't know how many points I've been making here, but with everything that's happening in the world, I've never seen a less risky time to own Bitcoin. I haven't. All the risk is gone, but it still has upside. 3% of the world have adopted it, so 97% are yet to come, but all the risk is gone. It's like, oh my God, from my lifetime, I've been an entrepreneur, building businesses and looking for opportunities. I've never found an opportunity with such asymmetry and such little risk. Again, only my opinion, not financial advice. You've got to do the work and decide for yourself. If you need help to accelerate it, if you want to get there a lot quicker, check out Bitcoin with Dinny. I'm not taking on any consultant clients at the moment, but Retire Early Club is open. If anyone needs help, join Retire Early Club. We show you what we do. We show you how to retire early. And the dips in Bitcoin are opportunities for people who understand it. It's like you always get a second chance and a third chance and a fourth chance and a fifth chance. And that's the beauty of this thing. And you'll know, because your psychology, when your psychology is like, I need to put all my money into this thing right now, you'll know that was a mistake. And you know, a lot of people are hurting now because they could have owned more Bitcoin had they have had a strategy in place rather than aping in. And that goes across all financial assets. It's just the market will always get you to do the wrong thing at the wrong time. And it's wisdom, it's experience, and it's using a strategy rather than your emotions. Rather than using your brain to make decisions, create a strategy ahead of time, commit it to paper, ink, or type it out, and follow your strategy, and you'll always outperform when you're using your brain and you're trying to take in information in the present moment and then make decisions off it. That's always, in hindsight, a really, really bad decision. Now, it doesn't matter whether you aped into Bitcoin at 100k or you buy it at, you know, 80k. It's a rounding error in the long game. Some of you guys will understand that. Most people won't. They'll be looking for the bottom, and that's okay. You know, we all have to learn the lesson. We all have to learn the journey. But what I say to you is, we have huge opportunity. As the whole world realizes America has them by the throat, and they need something that's non-sovereign, something other than the dollar. Yes, there's gold, and that's why gold is working and rallying. But remember, gold is analog. Gold is the past. Okay? We're going into a digital future. It's very obvious. Okay? AIs can't run on gold. You can't pay them in gold. Alright? They can't facilitate microtransactions in nanoseconds in gold. It doesn't work. You need something digital. So the future of finance is going to be built on something that can move at the speed of light, not like our traditional financial rails, which are slow and archaic and ancient and inefficient. They're not going to cut it. All right, not for the world we're moving into. And of course, they're the incumbent, so they're going to kick and scream. They're going to squeeze on regulation, okay? They're going to do everything to try and turn you against it, which is why most people think Bitcoin bad. Can't trust Bitcoin. They haven't even read one book. And they see all the Bitcoiners with all the free time, never scratch their head and think, maybe I'll read a book. Maybe I'll read two. Because remember, we spend 100,000 hours of our life trying to accumulate money. 100,000 hours. Your average human doesn't even spend 100 hours to figure out how to keep the money that they spent 100,000 hours trying to accumulate. And it seems insane to me. But guess what? I done it too. For the first half of my life, I just tried to accumulate money, and I worked really hard. And I done okay. But it was bloody hard. And I'm so glad I figured out money. Because once you understand the game of money, you get the money to work for you, so you don't have to. The money works hard, so you don't have to. And until you spend the time to figure out money and figure out how the whole game works, and that means understanding the traditional system and the system of the future, then you can play the game to your advantage. Then you can leverage your time. Then you can get your time back. And what you do with your time is up to you. Some people will use that time to make way more money and become way richer. I couldn't be bothered. I use my time to enjoy it, doing what I want, to have more free time, because I have enough. I'm sort of happy. I'm not driven by money as much as I used to be anymore. Sometimes I wish I was, because it'd be an incentive to try and work harder. But then I'm like, well, what's the point? You know, why should you work? It's just something that's been instilled into our brains, I think, that we must work hard. We should not relax and do nothing. And even now I find it difficult to unlearn all that nonsense and try and say, nah. Like, once you have what you're happy with, go and enjoy your life. You don't need more work. What's the point in it? But we get sucked in. I certainly do anyway. I enjoy work. I enjoy a bit of work, lads. Don't worry. I've got 5 businesses still on the go, so I don't do nothing. But the opportunity today is huge. And yes, you have to get used to eating glass, because Bitcoin has gone down a lot now. No matter what you can take this advice across any financial asset. No matter what you're exposed to, you're taking pain right now, a lot of pain. the beauty about Bitcoin, why I have a saying, okay, it's called Bitcoin and chill. A mate of mine messaged me there, a venture capitalist, and just talking about the volatility, and I just reply like, just Bitcoin and chill, because once you own Bitcoin, you don't have to worry about all this stuff. It doesn't matter what Trump does, okay? Because in 4 years' time, there'll be 50% less Bitcoin, and the price is going to have to correct accordingly. And that'll happen every 4 years for as long as you or I live. Every 4 years. So I know with certainty, my certainty, not my financial advice, just certainty, okay, that no human can change that, and therefore the price of Bitcoin likely goes up every 4 years. And the consequence for owning it is you got to eat glass in the meantime. You got to take the rough with the smooth. Okay, sometimes it rallies and you feel like a superhero, and sometimes it crashes and you want to cry into your cornflakes. Welcome to crypto, baby. Welcome to Bitcoin. You got to get used to eating glass. But guess what? The crashes are opportunities. The crashes are gifts for those who only figured out Bitcoin last year or the last 2 years and don't own enough, or who are on an accumulation strategy. And I think everyone's on an accumulation strategy. I constantly accumulate Bitcoin. Okay, so take advantage of the crashes. Don't cry into your cornflakes. Put on your big boy pants, as Ivan would say. Let me know in the comments if you know who Ivan is. That means you're a bit of an OG. But put on your big boy pants, pull them up, understand the game, create your strategy. Even if you've made a balls of it, you built a massive crypto portfolio, okay, you got absolutely rug pulled, you're deep in the hole, you've lost a load of money, you can still start over. You can learn from your mistakes, win or learn, remember. Guys, hope you have a super day. That's a little bit of Dinny wisdom. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos. I've just been chilling out and sort of serving. Like, I've a book of customers at the moment, and I'm happy enough just to keep them happy. I have a lot of people that I've worked with in you know, in 2020, 2021, 2, 3, and 2024 we've got 350 odd people in Retire Early Club. So I'm not canvassing and looking for customers, because I'm sort of happy with what I'm doing. But Retire Early Club is open. It's a course, it's a group. You join us on the live calls. If you're interested in retiring early, you can learn all the steps that I done 10 years ago. We also teach you how to build your Bitcoin pension, teach you about crypto, teach you about how to use it, and you know, all the basic financial education that you need, so you understand how to build your own plan to retire early, so you can have the time to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, if you want. Guys, have a super day. I'm off for a swim. Good to see you all. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the video, and if you didn't, let me know too, and I just won't make any more. Dinny out.